Hey guys, I'm Tammy and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be introducing you to my newest sewing pattern, the Margo Pinafore. If you follow me on Instagram, you would know that I've been working on this for months and it's finally here for you to try. Honestly, I love this pattern so much. I'm actually wearing one today. This is one of my versions made in a cotton twill. I love this one. The Margo Pinafore is a woven dress pattern and it has side bust darts, cute patch pockets on the front, and then you can either sew it with a V neckline or you can sew it with a square neckline. The bust is actually fully lined and it is so nice on. The way we finish it is actually using the burrito method, which to me always sounded really scary. I actually hadn't done it before until I made this sewing pattern, and I wanted to make it really clear for anyone to understand, even if you've never done that method before. But when you do the burrito method on armholes and necklines, it just looks so nice from the inside. It is a mini dress sewing pattern, but you can lengthen it to be any style that you want. So I've got the front dress pattern piece right here. This dress does come in sizes 6 to 32, which is a max bust of 50 inch, I think. I'll double check that and leave it on screen. But it's a really simple pattern. This is how long it is. And as I said, you get the V neckline version, and I've also included on the pattern the straight neck on one pattern piece, just so there's less paper for you to print out. You can either stick the pages together and print it out on your home printer using the A4 or US letter paper, or you can use A0 paper and print it large scale out of printers. And this is my first sewing pattern that I've actually got a projector file for, so you can also project this sewing pattern using your projector, and it makes it so easy to do. So you can see here we've got a bust dart right here on the side. It just creates a bit more shaping at the front, but it's still like quite nice and loose, so it's not super fitted to the frame. I really just wanted to create a pattern that made me feel like I feel put together, but it's not super tight and form-fitting. It still feels really nice and cozy on. I just love how this one comes together. I'll talk you through in a moment all the different variations that I've made in the fabric that I recommend, but I just wanted to show you on the pattern piece, I've actually added a lengthen and shorten line across this section here, which is above the pocket. So if you want to make it longer or shorter, it's really easy to do from this section. I did actually have it originally, so you just lengthen from the bottom, but I found that some of the testers, when they lengthened or shortened, they lost a bit of the A-line shape. So I decided to move that up here so you can do it from this section and not alter the shape of the skirt. It really is that perfect dress to just throw over. You can wear it with a turtleneck underneath, you can wear it with a t-shirt. You can also do the square neck version, which you don't have to wear anything underneath. I personally, when I'm wearing the V-neck version, I like to wear a turtleneck underneath because at the moment it's freezing cold in the UK. But also it's quite a low V, which I really like. When it's winter, it just makes sense to actually layer something underneath. So if you are sewing the square neck version, that one's really good to either layer a t-shirt underneath or just wear that as it is. I found a lot of the testers that made this dress either made this in denim or corduroy. That was a general favourite across everyone's. A lot of people did make it in cotton twill, those sorts of things. I'll go through actually now the ones that I've made this in. So this one I actually made most recently and I absolutely love it. Oh my god, how cute is that? So this is a denim and it's from Fabric Godmother. It's got a really cute strawberry print like that, and then for the inside I actually use a very lightweight linen and it gives it a really nice contrast for the fabric on the front. So this is what I was talking about, the burrito method. So that's the right side of the straps and the armhole, and then from the wrong side you can see it's completely neatly finished all along, and that's what when you do the burrito method, that's the finish that you have. So it's really professional from the inside. So if I just bring this up, you can see it's got cute little patch pockets on the front, and it's just such a nice simple dress, but it really looks great in all seasons really. If I just turn this inside out, so this is what it looks like inside out. So you can see the lining at the front, and then the back it looks like that. And then because you do the burrito method, everything is completely concealed on the inside. It's just such a nice finish. And then you can see the side seam looks like that. And it's just a really nice, easy make, but it makes such a nice professional finish when you're sewing it. And then the hem as well is just a double folded hem that looks like that. And honestly, it's just such a satisfying sew. You can also see the bust dart right there, over here, the front. And that is what the dress looks like from the inside and the outside. So this is a denim one that I made. I also made this one, which I absolutely love. This is the square neck variation. So as you can see, it actually comes up higher, the neckline, and this is what it looks like on. I mean, it works so well. I absolutely love it. But this is a linen fabric, again from Fabric Godmother. Definitely in lighter weight fabrics like cotton and linen, but I have made the square neck variation in a denim, and that looks really good as well. So you can definitely use any fabric for both of them. I would just avoid using something too heavyweight. So things like corduroy would work really well, denim would work really well, cotton, linen. Someone did actually make it in a lightweight wool, one of the testers, and that worked really well. I would just personally avoid really heavyweight fabric because when you're doing the burrito method, it's definitely easier to pull through the shoulders when you're not using super heavyweight fabric. This one, because I did use a linen, I used the linen for the lining and the main fabric. When you are using a medium weight fabric, I would definitely use a lighter weight cotton for the lining. So that's what that looks like from the front. And then the back looks like that. And then the insides look exactly the same as the other one. So this one is one of my favorites. I literally made so many of these. The main fabric is a denim from Fabric Godmother, I think. And then the inside, I've used a black linen again because I wanted something more lightweight because I am using the denim on the outside. And that is what that looks like from the front. And then the back looks like that. The pockets are a tiny bit hard to see on this one because the fabric is so printed, but you can see they're right there. And then the inside is exactly the same as the first one, but this denim has like a light side on the back. I did make one in a needle cord, a very lightweight needle cord, so I used the same fabric for the lining and the main. And this one is so cute as well. I absolutely love this one. That's the front. And the back looks like that. If I just give you a close-up of this fabric, you can just see that needle cord detail. It's very fine, but this is definitely a very lightweight fabric. Normally corduroy and in general needle cord can feel a bit thick, but this one's very, very thin, which I really like for this pattern. I realized I've made 1, 2, 3, 4 that I'm wearing, 5, 6 of these in like the past 2 weeks. So the one I'm wearing is a cotton twill. I really like this one. This is what it looks like on. I don't know why I've been reaching for this specific one a lot. I don't know if the way that the fabric feels is just really nice. I also like the lighter colorway when I'm wearing a black turtleneck. For some reason that works really well for me. In general, I've just been wearing this a lot around the house, especially with tights underneath because it's so cold. I did one of the first test versions I made was this one right here. And this one's definitely in like a thicker corduroy. You can see that's what that looks like. And then I used like a gingham cotton on the inside. This one definitely has a bit more of a boxier fit because I made pattern adjustments after I made this one. But you can see that's from the right side, the front and the back. I do really like this one. It just has a bit more of a looser fit. And since I made this one, like I said, I've made the fit a bit more fitted around the bust and the waist, and then kept that kind of flare out for the hip to give like an A-line skirt. It really is the perfect dress pattern. I actually can't wait to wear this in summer. Obviously at the moment, like I said, I'm wearing it with a turtleneck underneath. When it gets a tiny bit warmer, I'll probably wear it with a t-shirt underneath. That would look nice as well. And then in summer, I would definitely wear the square neck variation with nothing underneath. And I'll see how I feel if I want to wear such a deep V neckline with nothing underneath. I did try this one actually with nothing underneath and it looks really good, but there's definitely a bit more cleavage on show. The square neck variation though, honestly, that on its own, I absolutely love. That is going to be perfect for spring and summer. I wasn't even considering making the square neck variation until someone mentioned it in the tester feedback. And I was like, oh, that's a really good idea. And then I mocked it up and everything just worked out so well. And I was like, I have to include this in this pattern. So if you're someone that isn't a massive fan of deep V necklines, the square neck variation, you're going to love that one. You can find this sewing pattern on my website. It launched on Tuesday and oh my god, it's been so well received. Thank you so much for all your support so far. I've left a link down below in the description box where you can find this sewing pattern. If you saw my earlier YouTube video that launched this week, that's actually the sew along YouTube video for this pattern. So if you're a complete beginner and get intimidated by written or illustrated instructions, you can follow the YouTube tutorial to make this dress. It's actually a very straightforward make. Like the most complicated part of the process is doing the burrito neckline, but I talk you through that step by step in the YouTube video video. And I also got such great feedback that my written and illustrated instructions were just so clear and easy to understand. So if you're a complete beginner, don't worry, I definitely have you. Let me know in the comments what you think of my new sewing pattern, and I'll see you in the next one.